Alright. Hopefully we're still up and recording. Here at a set of woods. I'm just going to leave my water bottle there. We'll see. Come back. Everything in the woods with me as I carry you guys. First time here. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully the audio's all right. The reason why I'm out here is I've got a tent hanging from my hip, and it's out to find some trees because it's a hammock tent. The goal is just to set it up, review it, see I've had it for a year and a half now. But it's a luxury of filming and hiking and figuring things out. And I've never been into these woods before. So we're just seeing if we can find a set of 4 trees. 10-foot radius. And hopefully through this whole video you don't hear me just breathing. Hey, we might have found some trees. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. With a tree in the middle. Well, we just need 4 trees. So, that being said, let's set you guys into this tree. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me do it again. So now we're on Betty White. What's going on, guys? Here for another video, just to F around out in the woods. And we got a hammock tent. We're gonna set this up between some trees here and kind of do a review on it. First time setting it up. So we're gonna go from so we're going from this tree, this tree, this tree, and this tree. So what comes in the bag? We got tent, inside the tent roll here, we got tent poles, tent stakes and straps, and a rain fly. In this bag, we got cordage, a bunch of tent stakes, shepherd hooks, a bunch of shepherd hooks, which already on opening this bag, these should be in their own little case with the cords. And then we have our straps, which already can tell only one ratchet strap and 4 other straps to hook to this tent. That's going to be some issue because you want to tighten it from 2 spots, maybe 4, all 4 corners. But we'll see if that's the case. We'll throw this on the ground, get all these out. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. I'm over counting. So we're gonna
wrap one here. Wrap one here about the same height. Here about the same height, and I know I'm out of view here. Probably still see them on 360. And then around this big boy. About the same height. There we go. Now we're back to one central point. So, maybe where you can see this big tree. So we got this big tree here, one central point, and we got the hammock gonna go on. Excuse me. So we'll probably put you back over here. There. And you're probably crooked. Let me get some adjustment legs. There we go.
There we go. And are we still recording here? Yes, until you all of a sudden decide to fall. Which probably could fix this, but all right, so we got our tent. We'll put this in my pocket here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find out where opening's at. There's our opening. So we got extra loop here. Let me come in closer. So we got an extra loop here for if we want to do this tent on the floor. And then we got where our big strap goes through. So we'll use the big tree for our ratcheter. And then our little tree, let me see if we can see. Yeah, we can see all 4 corners. So we'll get some figured out here. But we know big tree is our ratcheter. This tree. So we're going to feed it through this little hole. And then just tie it off with a knot. There, slip knot. Do the same thing here. We'll get these up high. Man, this is so nice if we had running water through here. So we'll do another slip knot. Now, supposedly this thing holds 550 pounds. Yeah, we're just tying up all four corners real quick until I get the ratchet one on. Now, once this hooks and we put weight, I don't know if we'll get this knot back undone once I get it in there. But, well, you may have to leave it on. So put that through, take our ratchet, feed it through its eyelet, and pull. Then pull our ratchet up. Give it a couple of tension, and we'll pull everything else up tight, and then pull it final tight. Well, somehow this, oh no, I had it in my hand. There we go with that one. That one. Now we can pull this one tighter because it's going to be four-cornered, or that opposite corner there. 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 And see what I'm saying? It probably needs four corners, or at least two ratchet straps on the corner, because that far corner needs to be tightened somehow. It's just trying to explain how to. So you got 2 points, you want two tightened, and we got barking dogs in the background. You can't hand tighten 2 or 3 points to expect the fourth point to tighten up all four corners. Does that make sense? But so we'll adjust a little bit more, probably get it closer to this side. Yeah, just bear with me. This is fun. Like I said, I'm just out here having fun. So we'll loosen this. So right here. Tighten this one. Maybe we'll do it around the tree. Like that. And yeah. Maybe we'll try a different tree. We'll go one over. Maybe this is long enough to go from a tree out of frame, which 360 zoom in right there. Because a big tree was probably just too close to the other one. There we go. As you can tell, it's nice and breezy. It's about 45 degrees out right now. Anyhow, so that one's gonna be an issue because that one's not, unless I pull it to that corner. Let's try that. So this one slipped loose. We'll fix this one real quick. There. So that one's doing it again. There. So, see where the dilemma is. Because it wants to slip on the knots. Unless we precaution the knots. There. And we'll fix this knot. And we'll go crank that down some more. And this is where you almost need 4 ratchet straps to ratchet all 4 corners equally. And there. So it does have a door on both sides. So we'll get the poles in now. And the sun's finally coming out. And the GoPro just 360 said going off. Yep. So the 360 just went off. No, it just there. 360 is about going again. So the poles, nice plastic to throw away. And then we'll drop and clip. So 2 poles. Like I said, this is the first time I've had it out, and everything else I've looked up. Didn't really explain a whole lot. So it goes in that hole, that hole. Anything specific at the top? Nope. Oh, it's got little slides. So bring it in closer. All right, so we got push through here. And a push through here. Push this one into here. Well, like this. And we'll jump over to the other side real quick. Oh, so it does go across. Okay. So I've got them in the wrong spots. Let me adjust that real quick. That hole. That hole. Back over to this side. So we'll stand that up to that hole. stand this up to this hole. There we go. Like I said, it's got two sides. I'll get in your way here. There you go. And as you can see through this tent, there's another zipper. And then let's check out the other side. I'm on the other side. There, on the other side. So on the inside here, there's a pocket there and a pocket on that one. And then I forgot to clip the clips. Okay, so it seems like I need to do some adjusting. Now that I've got the tent up, I need to tighten some of these up. Because like I said, I think it needs ratchet straps on all four corners so you can tighten as you need. Because it is double stitched with webbing in the center. It's X'd in the middle. So hopefully that'll work some good. Like I said, if not, it can lay on the ground because this is a decently watertight or water resistant fabric. And then like I said, the rain fly. Maybe we'll get the rain fly on. Let me get some of this adjusted and I'll come back to you. And then, yeah, we'll be inside it. All right, I got them tightened a little bit more. I had to go around that tree and that tree twice and then cinch it up. Then I had to go around that one weird because that one's a little far and then tighten that up again. So we'll crawl up in here and see. If I fall, good luck. You guys will get to laugh. So I see. Yeah, I'm a little iffy about this. I see where they kind of melted it right here. Anyhow. There ain't a whole lot of room in this tent. So it's not like a hang out in it all day long. This is the only one I'm iffy about is this tree right here. How this is, but it's also leaning up against this tree. So, I don't know. Let's quit farting around and let's get in it. Maybe I can get it to my butt and crawl up in. Well, there we go. And it. Well, actually, not that bad. Had them up in it, stitching tight as the trampoline, and it's got some decent room in here that I can just sit. I'm pretty far, still about 2 foot, 2.5 feet off the ground. This would actually be pretty comfortable. Sleep mat in here. Put my gear underneath. Maybe we do a tent. A tent. Maybe we'll do a hammock camp and see how high we can get it off the ground. Because they do have a rope ladder that I can make work for this through one door and out the other. And I don't know, we'll see, but yeah, pretty decent, I believe. So anyhow, dimensions. So the thing says 6 foot by 7 foot. And you need a good 20 feet between trees or closer. I was thinking 10, but that tree is pretty far away. So 20 feet between trees for that one in this corner, that one in that corner. So, and they got to be a good 10-20 feet apart from each other for the span. But other than it just rubbing on that tree right there, we'll crawl back out, put the rain fly on real quick, and then I'll show you it around. So yeah, I'll be right back.
B-roll. As I throw it straight over the top. Round 2. So I have to get a little inventive
here. Had to take the shepherd hooks, put them through there and there, because it is not a standalone rain fly. And that rain fly rolls back really far. So unless it's on the ground, it will stake to the ground. But you have to use the guidelines when it's in the air. So two flaws. You would think the ground sheet or the rain fly would clip to the hammock and not the ground. Makes no sense to me. I would have it the other way around. Because when you got everything tight with it in the air and you get in and it drops a foot, that rain fly is just going to be loose. Yeah, there's no other way I can think about doing it. Because it does have 4 parts on 3 sides or 2 sides to connect the cordage to. Each corner and then a tab about a foot away from each other, dead center. I don't see a way to do it. Oh, my bad. No, there's 2 tabs here. And there ain't nothing under here other than where it attaches. Now it does attach above both doors. So if I get up here, it does attach here and here. And then so it attaches above both doors, and then there's 2 tabs here to bring this out. So being on the ground with this, the rain fly would be suitable. But being in the air, I don't know how well that would work. Leave your comments leave your thoughts in the comments below on what do you think I could do to modify this to make it work for it. Because and then this one fell off because maybe I can do this. Through here. Through here. Back up. Now that one won't come off again. I should have done this corner. Are you still feel? So see right here, I should have done this just around the webbing and not around this piece that's stitched on here. And I did that on all 4 corners, I believe. I did. So, yeah. So, thoughts. This thing would be cool in the higher up. The rain fly does not work well with it in the sky. Probably works good on the ground. I can pull out for all the corners, get it nice and tight. But I've looked on the rain fly and there's no other spots to hook the rain fly to keep it where it actually function properly. And it might be one of those that if I use this tent, I use my own tarp. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get her down, get her packed back up, break it down, get it packed up. Yeah, and then we'll rock the trails and see. But it is comfortable. It is comfortable. So, like I said, I have the shepherd hooks. Just put like this, and then through that little hole. And we'll drop that on the ground. And on the inside here, there is a hook for a light. Oh yeah. Let's oh, that one already came undone. I didn't tie it good enough. Oh, that's the other thing. This thing keeps coming off. See how big that hoop is? I can damn near I can get a whole hand in that. How is that supposed to hold that rain fly open? But anyhow. So, we're taking her down, so that doesn't matter. We'll zip back to the door. All right, so there's our hammock tent packed back up, and we probably ought to film it from that direction this way. Anyhow, hopefully the sun ain't going to be messing with you guys too much. If it does, I am sorry, but this is just out here being fun. I will post the name of this thing right now and what I paid for it on Amazon. But yeah, so if you like what you've seen, hit that like button. And if you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next fun adventure of messing around in the woods.